My name is Neil Bannon, Chairman of Bannon Property Consultants. We are experts in the retail sector, manage 50 shopping centres across Ireland. The outlook for retail in Dublin City Centre is positive in my view. This is because Ireland's in a much better place than it was when we came out of the last recession in 2013. Irish consumers have 135 billion in savings. They have 50 billion less debt than they had in 2011, so there's a turnaround there of 100 billion euros in terms of net wealth. So we're in a much better place from a consumer perspective. For Dublin City Centre to absorb that is down to its performance as a retail destination. What it's got to do is get the workers back in, the students back in, the tourists back in, and get some of those suburban shoppers that haven't been denied access to the city over the period of the pandemic. And we get those back in, combined with city centre residents, and we've got a really winning formula for Irish retail and Dublin City Centre retail specifically going forward. One of the biggest impacts we've seen in terms of the pandemic has been the failure of a large number of UK high street brands, Topshop, Mill Selfridge, Evans, Burton's, Coast, Oasis, Monsoon, and most prominently Debenhams. All have lost stores within Dublin City Centre, which has left some vacancy in the city. We expect and are already seeing signs of some very interesting brands coming to replace those, and I expect we're going to see a much more interesting and diverse offer of retailers in Dublin City Centre than we had pre-pandemic. Our recent experience about demand for city centre retail stores has been quite strong, but specifically from a broader range of international retailers. Rents are back quite substantially, so it's a more affordable proposition for retailers. But the audience is the Canadian retailers such as Canada Goose and Lululemon have come in. We're seeing Australian retailers coming in. We're seeing some from continental Europe. It's slightly more difficult to get them here until they could travel. And we have to explain the market to them in a way that UK retailers sort of understood because we had similar lease structures to they had. But we are seeing a strong interest from international retailers in the Irish market, and I expect to see a lot more interest in Graff Street, Henry Street at the end of this process than we had before the pandemic. Looking ahead, the way that retail can really improve is improving customer experience. Making sure that when you get a customer into a store, you're engaging with them with the brand qualities that your particular business has. So that involves training your staff, making sure that they're engaging positively, that everything from the cleanliness of the store, how well lit it is, how well the products are displayed, how well you can interact with the products is demonstrable to that customer. It's an opportunity to create a long-term experience with that customer. Don't waste it. You know, they're coming into your store for an experience, make sure they leave with a positive one. Dublin City Centre has a unique opportunity because of its unique combination of attractions. It's got shops, it's got culture, it's got parks, it's got bars, restaurants, it's got architecture, it's got the people. And I think it's very hard for anyone in an artificial out-of-town shopping centre to create that, and we try, we do in lots of locations, but you can't recreate that organic experience that you get when you come to Dublin City Centre. And some would say that our Dublin City Centres got that on a global basis. Dublin is different to every other city you go, they've all got their unique attributes. So selling those attributes, making them compelling to customers, making them easy to access is the key to the future success of Dublin's retail.